talk. I just was watching Derek Chauvin, the trial, and I'm a little emotional because we finally got a little bit of justice. He was found guilty on all 3 counts. Work don't stop here though. We're finally starting to get a little bit of them listening to us. You know, we're not gonna just be handed some justice because of one case. So much work to do. Very, very emotional. I can't even really find the words to even get deep into it the way I want to. Right now, it feels like America was on trial. This ain't just about Gorge Floyd. It's not just about one officer killing one black man. It's about the racism in America and how it needs to stop. And I think a good starting point would be reforming the police force. I agree with that. I agree with that plan to have the whole system just revamped and, done over. That doesn't mean obviously fire every officer and just hire new staff. That just means some real in-depth training, some intense background checking, maybe longer probation periods, and mainly accountability for the acts of corrupt officers. Every single officer that commits an unnecessary act needs to be held accountable. We have generations of work that needs to be undone before we can even start to feel any effects of justice. I'm pretty sure everyone out there, colored, knows somebody or knows somebody that knows somebody close to them that's been some type of victim of unnecessary acts from the police. Unnecessary encounters, unlawful arrests. Me myself, I'm not even a street dude like that. I've got arrested for, petty things in my time. And the way the officer spoke to me, as if I just committed a serious crime. The relationship between officers and the public, it really needs to be improved. And how is that going to happen? I was taught young, you treat people the way you want to be treated. And I don't see why that same concept shouldn't apply to officers. Because, yeah, they're officers of law, but they're people, they're human. They're human beings as well. So if you want my respect, you should give me the same respect. Because, granted, every cop ain't a bad cop. But every civilian that may get caught up doing, not the right thing at times isn't necessarily the worst person in the world neither. There's good people that make bad decisions all the time. So I definitely feel the relationship between civilians and law enforcement need to be worked on. And at that point, we could start reestablishing or establishing some type of trust in law enforcement. I do feel a little relieved at the verdict of him, Mr. George Foreman. I'm so hungry thinking about George Foreman's grills and all that. But George Floyd, Mr. George Floyd killer, Derek Chauvin, him being found guilty on all 3 counts did give me a sigh of relief. And I was a little emotional, so I had to take a little minute before I did this video. Get myself together. It's just enough is enough, man. All we want, and black people, I would actually say, is one of the most embracing people. All we want is peace. That's it. We do more harm to one another than we do to others. And I'm not saying that as a good thing. It's actually a terrible thing, but that's just the reality of the matter. All we want is peace and equality, So they were saying, I think he'll get the sentence in maybe 8 weeks from now. They revoked his bail, so he'll be held in police custody. You made your bed now, you're lying. Unfortunately for him, he might be lying next to his new boo thing. Okay. It's safe to say it's a good day for black people, but still such a long way to go. It's a lot of work to be done. Let's talk about it. How y'all feel about the guilty verdict? I think it was fair, or tell me what your thoughts are. Leave a comment. Share this video if you're feeling the content. You know what I'm saying? Always real talk.